again. It's me, Jen, from Inner Glow Wellness with another short sequence for you today. This time we're going to explore the Sun Salutation. So this is a sequence of movements that's designed to warm up the body, get you moving slowly but surely. As we increase heat in the body, we increase our ability to detoxify, our ability to rid ourselves of all those toxins. As we warm up the body, we get a little bit more limber, can help us move more easily. And it's just a good, nice, slow way to get everything warmed up and moving. So we have a couple of different ways that we can approach this. A gentler way, a more vigorous way. One is not better than the other. There is no hierarchy here. So you're gonna decide what works best for you, and what works best on one day might be different than what works best on another day. You are the one who knows what you need at any given time. Some days you wanna challenge yourself. Some days you just wanna meet yourself where you are, have some self-compassion. Maybe it's a 70% day, maybe it's a 30% day. It's totally okay, it's entirely up to you. So I'm still working out my lighting issues, so this might be kind of a little bit of silhouette yoga, but I think you'll get what I'm going for here. So I'm gonna move back onto the mat, and we're gonna start standing today. So this is a little bit different. So we'll go ahead and come up to the front of our mat. We can bring the feet together. So the big toes are touching, and there's a little space between the heels. So it's not like a really exaggerated duck-footed kind of thing. You want the outer edges of the feet to be parallel, so that when you look down, it looks like you're looking at a little box. So big toes touching, heels slightly apart, and building from our base, we're gonna spread the toes nice and wide. I like to rock a little bit, forward and back, side to side, really feel the ground underneath my feet. And if it feels better for your legs or your knees to actually have the feet hip distance apart, that's totally okay too. So again, you're gonna do what works for you. Strong legs, quadriceps engaged, so you're kind of pulling up on the kneecaps a little bit. Sometimes when we do that, we tend to overarch in the low back. So you wanna pull the abdominals in and lengthen down through the tailbone. So I like to imagine that I'm wearing a big belt buckle, and what muscular movement would I do to tip that belt buckle up toward my chin? Spine is long and tall, string on the top of the head, imaginary string pulling upward, shoulders back and down. And you can bring the arms down to your sides, fingertips sparking downward, so we're feeling this opposing motion. The upper body is lengthening up as the fingertips and the shoulders press down. We can take a deep breath in through the nose. You can open the mouth and release, or you can keep the mouth closed if you'd like. Exhaling through the nose. We'll take another breath or two here just to get grounded, get centered, set an intention that we're gonna stay really present in our practice. If you feel the mind wander, which it does, it's normal. Bring yourself back into this present moment. One more deep breath in and out here. And then when you're ready, we can inhale and bring the arms out and up, looking up. So it's a big stretch upward. And as we exhale, a slow swan dive down. Hands can rest on the legs as you slide up a little bit with a flat back. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, we're gonna take it down. So this is our gentler version. We're gonna take it down to the knees and sit back in a child's pose. So the knees are a little bit open, toes are touching behind you, and the hips can sit down toward the feet. And it's okay if your hips don't come down as far as mine. If you're up here, that's fine, but the goal is to let the hips sink down. You can inch the hands forward so arms are extended, and bring the forehead down to the mat. So this pose, child's pose, is one of the most restful and restorative poses in yoga. It's great for down-regulating the nervous system. It's really good for digestion. It's good for lower back and hip release. It's really good for a lot of things. So we'll take another deep breath in and out. Maybe you want to roll your forehead gently side to side. And then looking forward at the hands, the arms are fully extended, so the elbows are lifted up off the mat. we're gonna rise up into a downward facing dog. So as I come up onto hands and knees, my hands stay plugged in where they are, tuck the toes, lift the hips, press back. Let the head drop. So now you're looking back toward your feet. And if the backs of the legs are really tight, your knees might be bent, that's okay. We can even bend and straighten alternate legs here, like we're walking in place. You can shake the head no, and yes, bring a little movement into the head and the neck. Your head is between the biceps, or as close as it can come. And we'll take another deep breath in and out, letting the heels drop a little closer to the ground. Next breath in, we'll look up toward the hands, and breathing out, we can step our way back up to the front of the mat. Half lift as we inhale, looking forward, and exhale, fold down. So we're just reversing what we did in the beginning now. Reverse swan dive, bringing the arms out and up. Inhale, reach up, and arms back down to your sides. So you can see that the sequence is basically like one big glorified push-up. You go from standing, you fold, you come down, you come back halfway up, and then all the way up again. So that was gentle version number one. We'll do that one more time. Coming up to the front of the mat again. Toes touch, heels apart, or if you want the feet a little more open, that's okay. And instead of arms down this time, maybe we'll take hands into prayer position, thumbs against the heart, deep breath in and out, drawing the navel back toward the spine. On an inhale, arms sweeping out and up. Inhale, we'll take it just a little faster now. Exhale, fold. Half lift, lengthen the back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step it back onto all fours. Open the knees, toes touch. Let's sit back, child's pose. Deep breath in and out here as we inch the fingertips forward. And then rising up, down dog, inhale. Pressing back, exhale. We'll stay here for a couple breaths. I like to bring a little movement here again, pedaling out the feet, shaking head and neck. Breathing in, breathing out. So this is a great stretch for the lower body, a strengthener for the upper body. Let the head be loose. And then letting the feet drop down. Deep breath in, looking forward. Deep breath out, tiptoe or step to the front of the mat. That's a big exhale. As we inhale again, half lift, look forward. Exhale and fold. Sweep the arms out and up. Deep breath in, rise back up and exhale. Palms back together, down to the heart. All right, so that was gentle version. Now let's do sort of a halfway gentle, halfway a little bit more vigorous. So back up to the front of the mat, palms together. Deep breath in, sweeping arms out and up, looking up. Exhaling, fold forward. So this part's the same. Half lift, look forward, inhale. This time we're gonna step it back to a plank position. So palms flat, stepping back, body is straight like a board in plank. So this is not plank, and this is not plank. Body is nice and straight. Again, imagine that your belt buckle is tipping toward your chin, and if it's too much on the toes, you can drop to the knees, but drop those hips so that they're still in line with the body. You can feel the abdominal engagement in the front and engagement around the back of the body as well. So whether your knees are up or knees are down, we're all gonna bring the knees down now. And slowly lower yourself down, and as the elbows bend, they're hugging in toward the ribs. So it's not like a push-up with your arms way out here, the elbows are in. Little lift, cobra, opening up the chest, inhale, shoulders are back, elbows press back. Exhale, let's lower down. We can roll up and over the knees coming into that child's pose like before, and breathing out here. Rising up on the inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale as you press back into it. You can hang out here for a couple of breaths. Again, maybe you like some movement, maybe you'd rather just be static. And when you're ready, inhaling, looking forward, tiptoeing or stepping forward, exhale. lift, inhale, look forward, and exhale, fold. Sweeping arms out and up, inhale, and exhale back to our hands to heart position. All right, how about one more time like that? Inhale, arms out and up. Little faster, exhale, fold. Inhaling, half lift, look forward. Exhaling, let's take it back to a plank position. Notice that my shoulders are over my wrists here. Go ahead and drop the knees, slowly lower down, elbows hugging in. Little lift, cobra, inhale, rolling over the knees. Child's pose, exhale. Inching fingers forward, inhale, come on up, downward facing dog, and exhale as you press back into it. You can stay here anywhere from 1 to 5 breaths. If you like, again, option for movement or not. Breathing deeply in and out, lifting those hips up and back, letting the heels drop just a little bit further if you can. And then looking forward, deep breath in. Exhale brings you forward with the feet. Half lift, flat back, inhale, and exhale, fold down. Arms sweep out and up, maybe a little arch to the spine at the top, palms touch, exhale, hands in front of the heart. So I'm already starting to feel a little bit warmed up here. Now we're gonna take the even more vigorous version. So in our same starting position up at the front of the mat. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart, or if you like the feet a little wider, that's okay. Sweeping arms out and up, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Half lift, inhale, look forward. Exhale, plank pose in the same exhaled breath, lowering down. Inhale, little lift, cobra, or a bigger lift, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, press up and back. Now you may feel like your hands and feet are really far away from each other here, so feel free to step the toes in just a little bit or move the hands back a little bit. We'll take our down dog for a breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever feels right for you. And then looking forward, inhale. Maybe it's a big step forward as you exhale, and if not, tiptoeing is okay. Half lift, inhale, look forward, and exhale, fold. Sweeping arms out and up, inhale. Exhale, palms in front of the heart. So I would say that is more vigorous, but not most vigorous. Now I'm going to show you the most vigorous, and you'll understand why I said if you feel like your hands and feet are really far away from each other, you can step in. We're going to learn a pose today called the staff pose, chaturanga. It's a really great strength pose. Takes a lot of strength in the shoulders though, so I would say this is definitely more of an intermediate to advanced pose. If you don't get it right away, that's okay. It took me like 2 years to get it. I've been doing yoga for 20 years, so there's no rush, right? It's a yoga practice. It's not a yoga perfect, so take your time. There's always variations and modifications that you can try. Palms together. Deep breath in and out here. Get centered. Sweeping arms out and up. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, hinging from the hips, folding forward. Half lift, lengthening the back. Inhale. Exhale, plank position, lower halfway down, elbows bent. So notice how I'm hovering over the ground here. Shifting forward, inhale, big lift, upward facing dog, shoulders back. Exhale, rolling up over the toes, downward facing dog. Now instead of staying here static, you may like to add alternate leg lift. So moving feet together at the back of the mat, we can inhale, right leg up. Maybe you turn that hip out, bend the knee, let the foot fall over a little bit. And drop that leg back down. You're still breathing deeply in and out. Option to lift that left leg. You can turn out the hip, let the foot drop over to the right. Remember, your head is heavy and relaxed. And then lowering left foot, feet hip distance apart once more. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, maybe that big step. Half lift, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Sweeping arms out and up, inhale. Palms together in front of the heart. Exhale. So that is our sun salutation. It is a beautiful way to greet the day. 4 different variations I offered. You can move them around, take little bits and pieces, do what works best for you. Remember that this is your yoga practice, no one else's. I'm here to offer what I know. You take what works for you and you leave the rest. Thank you so much for watching today. Please keep watching me here on my Inner Glow Wellness YouTube channel, or you can follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Light Your Inner Glow, or check out my website, www.lightyourinnerglow.com. Thanks again.